where my husband and I live in Panama. I wanted to give a tour before we start to really finish the house so you can see what it looks like during the process, kind of its gritty natural state before we start putting all the little details in there. So I think this might be interesting to watch. Hope you enjoy. So when you first walk into the house, you'll see this kitchen space. We still have a lot of work left to do here. This is all essentially framed with bamboo, plastered over with mud in the same way that the walls are, and it's completely solid, so you're able to make whatever kind of shape that you want. You're just using mud, sand, and straw and bamboo as the base. And so I designed and built this frame. I wanted the beautiful logs to show up as well throughout, and then to have some shelving in here as well. And super easy to, you know, to shape and form and be creative here. The sink as well is made out of mud, and we'll be lime plastering over it, which will give it a waterproof finish once we apply the Moroccan Tadilac technique. And we still have yet to buy our stove and fridge, which will go on this side. So this is kind of the natural state that it's in. I might even have to chop some of this off in order to accommodate a bigger stove. This space I left for a gas tank because we don't have gas lines in Panama. It's all gas tanks. So this is what you see when you first walk into the home. You have your big sala. This is the traditional Casa de Quincha style. We have two parts of the house. We have the one part which was built, the wood frame of it was built by an artisan in Guarare, which is about 45 minutes away from here. The story of how we met him is kind of crazy and unexpected. We did not plan on doing this style, it just happened by chance, and we were so fortunate to have met him. This style, this technique, he did everything by hand. He did everything without electricity, without, you know, any kind of power tools. Everything was cut just with a saw. Everything was measured with just like basic tools. And he was able to build out the wood frame for this entire big part of the house. And then the walls were made during the Junta de Imbara, which is a big celebration where all of your friends and neighbors come, your community comes to help you build your house. It's a tradition that's been going on for a very long time and is also being lost. So this was one of the biggest ones that we've had in this area in years, and there hasn't been many since we did it. So I'm hoping to do more in the future. But this is the main design. You have your big sala in the front, and then you have your second part of the house, the second back half, divided into however many rooms you want. So how we did it is a little bit different. We had just 3 big rooms in the back of the house. We wanted to have a bedroom, a sitting area, and my work area, and then Yashar's work area and creative space. So let's take a look at each of those areas. So this is the middle space, currently being used as a sand storage. But I'm going to have my workstation here. I'm an editor and a college consultant for 4 months of the year. That's how I provide for my family. That's how I'm able to afford to pay my workers and, you know, help provide for their families as well. So I still work, and this is going to be my workstation. We'll have probably a TV set with a sitting area on the other side. And that'll be this space, more for sitting and then working for me. One of my favorite parts of this house that we didn't really plan for, but that just kind of happened, was that because the roof overhangs, you get that reflection from the light, and it almost looks like we have built-in lighting that's up at the top there shining up, but we don't. That's just completely natural sunlight that's coming in, and it looks like a spotlight. It looks like we planned for it, but I just think it's so pretty. All the electricity is built into the bamboo, so we have the tubes that run along the bamboo. We had to do that before we actually put the barro in, before we had our Junta de Imbara, because once you put the mud on, then you don't want to have to chop up that mud. You want it to seal and cure into one big piece. So there's tubes that go all along the bamboo. We mud plastered over that, and then you'll have electricity. This is the room that's all the way towards the left. This is going to be Yashar's kind of space. This table I put in for him so we could kind of take advantage of this beautiful tree that's in the middle of the room. and incorporate it into the desk. Okay, shifting now. This is the only space that's kind of enclosed. This is the room that's all the way to the far right. We've been using this for a while as a storage space because we've been able to have a door and lock on it because the rest of the house wasn't sealed up yet. We still don't have a front door. That's being made by a carpenter who's a very good friend of mine here, Panamanian. But we're going to be using it as a bedroom space, and we'll be putting in a window once we do have the front door put on the main part of the house. There's so much work to be done there still. There's still the plaster and the floor and windows, so it just looks like a shed right now. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you towards the part of the house that I was able to build. So what you've just seen, the kitchen, the sala. Oh, this is the other corner of the house. It's a bit, there's a lot being stored here right now, but this is just going to be a nice big sitting space across from the kitchen. So it'll all be nice and open. I'm going to be putting in like an island to have our foods at breakfast, but we like eating on the floor. So we're probably going to be having some like mats that we can lay out here. We can eat as a family together on the floor. Big beautiful tree in the corner there. I love it. The termites have also loved it. But we found that since spending more time in the house, especially during the rainy season, that we haven't seen them as much. I've also been putting on a citrus solvent, so a tung oil mixed with a citrus solvent. That's also seemed to completely eradicate any lingering termite issues that we've had. Okay, so this is the main part of the house, the Casa de Quincha style. That's the beautiful roof that was done by our builder, and then we go into this side of the house. So this side of the house is different. It's not the Casa de Quincha style. I've designed it. I just designed it on a piece of computer paper. I wanted more curviness. I wanted to use just the natural trees instead of the cut wood, like the 2x3s, 2x4s that we've got from carpenters. I wanted to really just highlight just the naturalness of the space, so just flowing and curvy. So we have this entryway here. This is a curvy entryway, which we've done. Basically, it's with the same techniques, but just with completely different designs. So we did the traditional, the cañasa, the barro, that traditional style of building, but the design of it is different. This beautiful tree that is, I love this part. This is all part of the frame of this side of the house. You keep walking this way. This is our bedroom. We've got this big beam going across, but I need to support this a little bit more because it thinned out the tree a lot in the end, so it's not strong enough to hold all of this weight, especially if I put tiles on top. So this mud base, it will be for the bed. So this will be our bedroom space. Also, he doesn't understand why there's sounds coming from the other side of the wall, but there's literally guys on the other side of the wall just putting the lime plaster on. So this is our closet. I originally had some built-ins here, but I decided, well, my husband and I decided that it would just be nice to have this kind of open, put one big metal piece that goes for hanging our clothes, and just a couple of big doors to make it one light, nice space. We've got my workers in here. They are working on doing the lime plaster. That is where the laundry is going to go. Bathroom. This is where we're going to have some wood shelving. Toilet. This is the curvy shower wall. And it's a little dark in here, but there's going to be a shower here. We already got the tube put into the wood. So this is going to be our bathroom space. There it is. It's the house. Got all the window shutters on. Looking beautiful. So that's the state of my mud home currently, and we still have lots of work to do. The entire outside of the house still needs to be finished, and then fixing all of the outside, putting, you know, paths for us to walk on, fixing the steps, fixing the garage. So there's so much left, but I have great people helping me, so looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.